Okay, welcome guys to the part 3 of the pre-recorded video of chapter 1. Ayan, linawin ko lang yung example na binigay ko dun sa system, dun sa part 2, ano lang yan. That's another definition of system, another example of system. Pero yung system na i-discuss natin dito sa chapter na to, that is according to the according to the context given in this book. Ayan. And then another disclaimer, umuulan ata sa labas ngayon kaya parang may konting ingay. Pero so far, hindi naman siya ganun kalakas. Okay, so proceed ako dun sa uh, dito sa slide na to. No? Dito tayo natapos. Based on this definition, hindi ako satisfied kaya proceed ako dun sa PDF. Ayan. So guys, ayan, discuss na natin to. Dapat by 9:30 cut ko tong video para control ko yung length of the video. So what is a system? So makikita mo yung definition diyan dito. Dito siya mas madali. A system is a group of two or more interrelated components or subsystems that serve a common purpose. No? So yan yung context ng system dito sa ating book. Ayan. So, meron ditong, sabi dito, let's analyze the general definition to gain an understanding of how it applies to businesses and information system. Ayan. So, kasi, again, sabi natin sa part 2, yung system, medyo broad yung konteksto niya. So, para hindi tayo maligaw kung ano ba yung pinag-uusapan nating system, ito yung i-discuss natin. Okay. Before that, I just want to tell you guys that to facilitate the class participation in this kind of discussion pre-recorded, I will be asking questions, or I will ask you to give me answers during this video. Okay? I mean, to do that, I'm gonna require you to comment sa platform natin dito sa i-upload ko na to. Okay? So, for control purposes, I will only accept 5 answers for every question. So, with this strategy, I would also know if you really watch my recording. So, I mean no offense, but if you take it, then ibig sabihin guilty ka, Ayan. So, okay, let's proceed. Anyway, this kind of approach that I just said, this is all, ito ay valid sa BSAIS 3A and 3B if you are watching this right now. Okay. Proceed tayo. So, sabi dito, there are, di ba sabi dito sa elements. So, elements of a system. And then, meron siyang binanggit na 4. Multiple components, relatedness, system versus subsystem, tsaka purpose. So basically guys, 4 yung binanggit niyang elements of a system. For the sake of discussion, sige, tanggapin natin na 4. It's just when it comes to kasi dito sa pangatlo, parang medyo mapapaisip ka, element ba talaga to ng subsystem, or parang na lang siya, parang extra discussion. Anyway, for the sake of discussion, let's accept that this one is also an element of a system. Okay. First element is multiple components. So dapat daw para masabi natin na ang isang itong tinutukoy natin is a system, is dapat meron daw siyang multiple components. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, it should have more than one part. So, more than one part. Example, dito, yoyo daw. So, I'm sure alam naman yung yoyo. Kung ano tsura ng yoyo. So, example dito, sa multiple components is yoyo na meron siyang na naka-attach yung string. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin daw, kung walang string yung yoyo, hindi mo siya pwedeng tawaging system. Okay? So, hindi naman siya ganun kahirap intindihin. And to start what I just said when it comes to class participation, so based on this element, multiple components, I require you, if you are watching right now, I require you to give an example of a system that has multiple components. Yan na. So, katulad ng example natin, yoyo, may naka-attach na string. Okay. Proceed tayo sa second element. Relatedness. So, a common purpose relates the multiple parts of the system. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng relatedness? So, right now, hindi ko na naman maisip yung Tagalog, pero ang pwede kong mabanggit na English dyan is yung relevant. Related, yun na lang, root word na lang, related. Ayan. So, sabi daw, dapat daw is yung mga yung mga parts ng system ay dapat meron silang common purpose. Ayan. Although each part functions independently of the others, all parts serve a common objective. Ayan. So, example tayo dito. If a particular component does not contribute to the common goal, then it is not part of the system. So, ang example natin dito, ito, a pair of ice skates and a volleyball net. So, pag sinabi natin ice skates, so, di ba, yan yung sa yan yung sinusuot sa paa. Anyway, guys, kasi foreign kasi yung ating author, kaya yung example niya, sounds foreign din, kasi hindi naman tayo familiar makakita ng ice skating dito sa Pilipinas. Anyway, ang example nga dito is a pair of ice skates and a volleyball net. So, kung isipin natin, yung pair of ice skates, tsaka yung volleyball net, they are all components. They are all parts of the system. Kaya lang, isipin natin na, parang parang anong connect? Nag-gets nyo? So, ano yung something that magre-relate sa ice skate tsaka sa volleyball net? So, obviously, hindi natin maisip kung ano. So, basically, in this example, we could say that these two components is wala silang hindi sila nakaka-relate sa isa't isa. Kumbaga, wala silang common purpose. Ayan. Well, out of fun, pwede naman natin siyang isipan. Sabihin natin, habang nagba-volleyball, naka-skate, di ba? Naka-ice skates. So, pwede siya mangyari, pero parang without reason siya. Parang hindi naman yun, parang rare naman yun. Hindi siya common, So, let's use our common sense pagdating dito. Okay? So, again, for the second element, which is relatedness, I am requiring you to give an example of multiple components but do not form a system. So, based sa example natin dito, ito yun, yung ice skates tsaka volleyball net. Okay. Proceed ako sa pangatlo. Ito, system versus subsystem. Okay. I-highlight natin dito ang sabi dito, the distinction between the term system and subsystem is a matter of perspective. So, and then sabi dito, for our purposes, these terms are interchangeable. Ayan. So, it is a matter of perspective daw kung kailan yung system ay nagiging subsystem or yung subsystem ay nagiging system. Kasi basically, halos pareho lang talaga sila ng purpose. Kaya nga lang, depende na lang sa perspective. Bigay tayo na example. Ito, sabi dito, a system is called a subsystem when it is viewed in relation to the larger system of which it is part. On the other hand, a subsystem is called a system when it is the focus of attention. So, medyo naglalaro yung mga words, pero kung babasahin mo naman siyang maigi, hindi naman siya nakakalito. Okay? May example tayo dito. Yeah, I believe through this example, mas mabibigyan ng justice yung medyo mapaglarong mga salita. Ito, animals, plants, and other life forms are systems. They are also subsystems of the ecosystem in which they exist. Ayan, di ba? Katulad nito. Yung animals, plants, and other life forms, including humans, tayo na lang, example, bilang tao, yung ating katawan, it's already a system. Diba? Pero, inside our body, meron tayong iba't ibang subsystem. It could be the digestive system, respiratory system, yung mga ganong system inside our body. So basically, yung yung ating body, yun yung system. And then yung mga subsystem, yung mga respiratory, circulatory, digestive. Okay, so ganun yung konteksto. On the other hand, tayo as human, pwede rin tayo maging subsystem dun sa ecosystem natin. Yun, so ganun yung konteksto natin. Okay. So, based on this discussion that I just discussed, I require you to give an example of a system and subsystem. Okay? So, based on this example. Alright. So, for the last element, purpose. So, a system daw must serve at least one purpose. Pero pwede rin several purposes. Pero dapat daw, for the system to be called as such, it should have served at least one purpose. And so, whether a system provides a measure of time, electrical power, information, so dapat may purpose siya na nasa-serve. Ayan. And then, last statement dito, when a system ceases to serve a purpose, it should be replaced. So, hinighlight ko siya. Bakit? Kasi, sabi natin kasi, itong apat na to, ito yung mga elements para matawag na yung system ay isang system. So, ibig sabihin, kung wala siyang purpose, tanggalin natin. Kasi, parang kumbaga sayang yung existence niya. Sayang yung, for example, binabayaran natin yung system na yun. So, kung hindi niya nasa-serve yung purpose, it should be replaced. Kasi, if you're not going to replace that, it will just give you expenses na hindi mo naman napapakinabangan. So, ayan. So, just a recap. Ayan na. So, in this video, 4 elements are discussed. 4 elements of system. Multiple components, relatedness, system versus subsystem, at saka purpose. Ayun. So, guys, due to the constraints given by the extraction of the video, I'm gonna have to cut this discussion muna kasi yun na nga, para ma-extra ko na yung video, and then somehow meron na akong output for today. So, wait for the part 4 of the pre-recorded discussion.